Witam Was bardzo serdecznie, z tej strony Akcji. To jest 7. odcinek serii Zagrajmy w Risen. Dzisiejszy odcinek zaczniemy od pogawędki z Rachel i udamy się do Estebana.
About your... I've got everyone back to work on the tasks you'd given them.
Well, you're not like everyone else around here, are you? I'm impressed.
There has to be more that needs doing.
Single-minded, aren't you? No, but here's something as a thanks. Hopefully this camp will run a little smoother from now on.
You don't have to worry about your food supplies anymore. Sam is back out hunting.
So I heard. You've got a knack for this. Here, take this gold. Don't spend it too quickly.
I fajnie, 120 zł dostaliśmy.
I heard the Don was interested in a sword. A golden sword. Well, I've got it.
Are you serious? So you actually found all the pieces? That's amazing. You can't even tell it was broken. Oscar certainly knows his metals.
Surely this is enough to get me an audience with the Don.
Are you kidding? He'll probably divorce me and marry you.
I'm guessing that means I can go in.
No i dobra, to udajmy się teraz tam. Mam nadzieję, że nas strażnik przepuści już normalnie.
Stop where you are. You ain't going another step closer to the Don.
Guarding. Guess that's a really important job.
Most important in the camp. I make sure people don't just stroll in to see the Don. He's very against strolling in. And I'm not pissing Rachel off or I won't get any grub. So, move along.
Rachel says I can talk to the Don.
Really? And I'm just supposed to believe you, eh?
Shall I bring her here? I'm sure she'd be delighted to know her orders aren't being followed.
Yeah, all right. I get the picture. Go in, but don't annoy him, or Rachel will be serving up both our guts for lunch.
No spoko, nie mam zamiaru go denerwować. Raczej chcę się z nim dogadać. Mamy tutaj żołnierza. Mamy tutaj tancerkę. Już tutaj się rozejrzał, czy nie ma jakichś skrzynek, że uda się coś podwędzić Estebanowi. Tutaj widzę jego skarbiec cały. Co mamy głębiej? Będą jakieś ruiny. To są góle. Dobra. To znaczy, że trzeba stąd uciekać. Tylko szkoda, że się zablokowałem w teksturach. No nie. Dobra, to tutaj za chwilę powrócę. No dobra, w takim układzie wiem, że nie mogę tam iść. Na razie góle są dla mnie zbyt mocne. Nic się nie stało, że to wziąłem. To jest w bibliotece.
The worst failures in alchemy.
No, plus 10 doświadczenia, spoko. Kormak. Mamy kocioł. Możemy w kotle zrobić. Nie mamy przepisów. Bibliotekę kolejną mamy.
Gold and water. The secret treasures of the desert.
Okay. Tu jakiś przepis znaleźliśmy. O, mamy tutaj. Receptura sobie mikstury many. Okej. To by się przydało zacząć robić. Wypadałoby nauczyć się alchemii. A mnie chyba... A nie stać mnie na razie. Nie mamy punktów nauki. Ile brakuje? 1500. A mamy korzeń many. Jakiś ogr.
What do you want?
What's behind that door?
No one's allowed into the Don's chamber. Don't even think about it. You'll regret it if you hang around here.
Right?
What do you want?
A, dobra, nic nie chcę stąd. Szukałem tylko... Jest tutaj jakieś inne wejście, ale widzę, że nie ma. Chyba to porozmawiamy najpierw z Kormakiem.
You might want to talk to the Don before you speak to me.
A, dobra, czyli najpierw muszę z nim pogadać.
Unless the Don sent you with business, I don't have time for you.
Is it your habit to walk into places unannounced? Who are you?
A castaway. I've come to offer you my services.
A castaway? I need true men. Lucky men. You saw your ship wrecked beneath you. Do you see that as luck?
When all but one other died and I lived, I call that luck.
Well, I suppose we're all castaways on this island. Cast away by life, now cast away by those storms. I'll give you a chance, castaway. Prove your luck to me.
I have brought you the sword you were searching for.
This is Oscar's work. I can see that right away. We both sought this sword since we heard of it. Now here it is in my hands. Here, you deserve a little gold for bringing this to me. Pride gets eaten alive in this damn swamp. It gets swallowed by anger, poisoned by idleness. Sometimes I think Fincher is the only man-jack of them left with any self-worth. And Fincher told me that you have pride. But do you have substance? I am in need of pride. So I shall give you a chance to prove yourself, castaway.
Serio? Tylko 100 sztuk złota? Dałem za niego 200.
If I'm to serve, I'll need better armor.
Favors are earned. Prove your value and favor will follow.
I'd like to know more about what's happening here. Why are you and your men in this swamp?
The Inquisitor has his claws stuck deep into the flesh of this island, a firm grip on the harbor town and the monastery. Well, that's what he thinks. And that's what others see. The Inquisition's numbers growing, men dragged into his service. What I see is a man making enemies, a man wasting his strength against the creatures in the ruins. So we wait here, the spider in the corner of the web, and we bide our time.
What is the Inquisitor looking for in the temple ruins?
White robes take everything they discover to the monastery, and there the mages are working to unlock some secret. This much I do know. So far, they've avoided this temple. But for how much longer?
What was it like before the Inquisitor was here?
Corrupt as any land ruled from the mainland. Governor after governor bleeding the people, courting favor. When their men, the garrison, were withdrawn to the mainland, we were ready. I took control. In the name of the people. The brothels were clean, the prices fair. Men had dignity, pride. Then the earth shook, the temple ruins rose, and the Inquisition and all their ways came after them. Why here? Of all the places they could have gone, why did they come here? The Inquisitor is hiding something from us, but I shall find his secret. And in the meantime, I shall strip as much as I can from those ruins. With gold. With gold, you can fight power.
What do you plan to do?
I want my town back. It is our town. It belongs to the people of this island, not the mainland. For that reason, I left some of my men there when we withdrew, gathering intelligence, frustrating the plans of the Inquisition. They were supposed to be sending me information, but I've heard little recently. These aren't times when plans run smoothly.
Do the White Robes attack you and your men?
Right now, they are avoiding open war. But if they don't find what they're searching for elsewhere, I'm sure we can expect their eyes to turn to us.
How can I help you?
Find out what is happening in Harbour Town. Find my men. I have no idea if my men are alive, in prison, dead, or worse, if they have defected. Go there. Discover the truth for me.
What are the names of your men in Harbour Town?
No, I don't trust you well enough for that. Go to the town and find them. And if you don't, and you are captured, without names there is still a chance they can stay free. I won't put my men in danger.
How do I get into Harbour Town without being seen by the Inquisition?
The town's rear gate is guarded by the Old Town Watch. They are men without a master, and their loyalty can be bought with a little gold.
When everyone is corrupt, in gold you trust. I am willing to go to the town for you.
Good. Go and find if my people are still loyal. One more thing.
Yes.
The Inquisitor. Gather all the information you can about him. Here in this hole, I am deaf and blind. I have to know what that fanatic is planning. For my people. For my island.
About your pile of gold.
You will be paid your due. Or was there more to that question than greed?
Not every man feels they get their share. Brogar is betraying you and lining his own pockets. He's using his fighters to extort protection money from the others under your command.
Brogar has always had his schemes.
And in this time, when your men grow restless and afraid, you want them paying money to him and blaming you for their misery?
If what you say is true, I will stretch Brogar's neck. You are right. It is time an example was set.
No i dobra. Specjalnie go wydałem. Aż jakoś go nie lubię.
Do not touch what is not yours.
That's a lot of gold you have there.
It is from the ruins. The Don's men gather it like bees. I am the bee's sting.
How did an ogre wind up guarding gold for an outlaw?
Don Esteban saved my life. Now I owe him that life. I, Caracos, work for Don Esteban and for my honor.
The Don must trust you to leave you with all his gold.
Don Esteban says, there is no one better than Caracos. Honor is what matters to me. Gold does not bring honor, only greed.
Looks like the Don couldn't have found a better guard.
Some people have tested Caracos. None have passed.
I can believe that.
The disloyal find death. The loyal I train to defend Don Esteban.
You train the men here?
Don Esteban needs strong arms and sharp axes.
I want to improve my fighting skills.
No, to najwyżej mogę się też u niego poduczyć. Oko. Pogadajmy z tą resztą tutaj.
So, the Don's giving you a chance.
Yes.
Lucky you.
Lucky me.
I know what it looks like, him skulking in that temple. Let me give you some advice. Don't underestimate him. He's just waiting for the right time. This island is the Don's, and he's going to take it back.
Too risky. What do you do for the Don?
I take care of things for him. Keep an eye on people. Right now, that mostly means the Inquisition. These white robes. These excavation sites are on our island. What right have the Inquisition to take everything? If you're not going to let them take you, you best get yourself some training.
Are you expecting the Inquisition to attack you?
They're building up their forces, pushing closer every day. It's only a matter of time before they try and overrun us.
What do you mean they're taking everything?
They're everywhere. A group of them even settled not far from the swamp in the southeast. They've been looting the temple ruin that shot out of the ground there. If we could capture that outpost, it would keep them off us for a little longer, give those beasts chance to whittle down their numbers.
Why haven't you captured it? Who is supposed to keep the white robes away?
Brogar and his fighters.
Brogar won't risk himself. Brogar won't be leading anyone anywhere.
He will if the Don says so.
He betrayed the Don. Someone else will need to lead his men.
And who, in your opinion, should lead his fighters?
I'll do it.
You will.
No one else here is doing anything. Someone needs to lead.
It's time for action. All right, go. Tell the fighters I sent you. Lead that attack. And get those white robes off our backs.
I want to improve my fighting skills.
Dobra, on ma miecz. Siłę i kuszę. Oko. Teraz został tylko Cormac.
What can I do for you? Perhaps some healing?
What can you offer?
I have potions to ease your wounds. I'm well versed in the art of alchemy and prepare all potions myself.
Could you teach me something about alchemy?
That depends. Are you ready to learn? Is your mind open to the knowledge? Am I ready to teach you? Yes, I think I am. But there are dangers. This is not a discipline to be taken lightly. I shall guide you, but you must beware.
Surely not much can go wrong with mixing potions.
Normally, no. But the ingredients we use here are strange. We are far from the mainland, and the materials we are finding in these temples have unknown properties. My last experiment was almost literally my last, if you understand. So be warned.
Tell me more about your studies.
I am fascinated by those that built this temple, unraveling their ancient, dangerous secrets. This stone, for example. Obsidian, these ancients called it. Hugely resilient. It served them as a raw material for their weapons and armor. Weapons made of this would be very damaging.
So, if someone could find any weapons they had left behind. You're a mage, and you serve the Don.
Someone has to take care of the boys here. It falls to me to do so. It's an honor, and it allows me to do what I need to. The boys here are a little exuberant, but we have an arrangement. I heal them, and they leave me to carry out my studies in peace.
You study?
Certainly. There is much to discover here. Like, for example, the magic barrier in the lower vaults.
What can you tell me about the monastery?
It was a place of reflection and study, a place of meditation. Now, though, it is little more than a brutal training ground for the Inquisitor. Where once silence and thought reigned, now there is the sound of quarterstaffs clashing as the Order's warriors practice. But there are those there who remain studious, who keep the Order's knowledge.
Is there anyone there who will share this knowledge?
You could try Master Illuma. He teaches scroll making. Simple magic it may be, but it would be a good idea not to underestimate the power of scrolls.
Thank you. I will talk to him if I see him.
I would. You won't regret it.
What magic barrier?
They were clever, the builders of this place. They did not rely on just iron and stone to keep people out. They knew the power of magic, too. If you ever venture deeper into the temple, you'll find that out. And this isn't the only place on the island they protected with magic.
Do you have things to sell?
Co on tutaj ma? Na pewno przepisy. Na małą, średnią i dużą. Trzeci poziom alchemii. Okej. Tu masz wodę, wino. Trochę tych mikstur. Trochę tych mikstur jednak bym kupił. Może nie 23, a może z 5. Dobra, i co my tutaj mamy na sprzedaż? To jest na pewno manę daje. Ważny składnik, to może bym zostawił. Miętę też. A zioło musimy oddać do bara. I to bym też w sumie zostawił. A z tych rzeczy tutaj mamy srebrny kielich, talerz, bursztyn też bym zostawił. To w sumie tyle. 112 mu damy i możemy ruszać do miasta. Jeśli zanim się tam udamy, to udamy się do Jana, żeby nas tam zaprowadził. I po prostu się cofniemy do tego domu. Chyba po prostu zrobię cięcie i zobaczymy się przy nim. Dobra, jestem w okolicach tego domu, gdzie przebywa Jan. Zagadamy do niego, nas zaprowadził prosto do miasta. Może jakieś doświadczenia zdobędziemy za to.
Can you show me the way to Harbour Town?
Sure. Follow me.
Ewentualnie właśnie możemy go wykorzystać, żeby służył nam jako wabik. Też ja kojarzę, że tutaj wybijałem chyba wszystko. Bo pamiętam, że wyszliśmy z tamtej strony. Tutaj właśnie czyściliśmy tą okolicę. Z dzików, czy to właśnie z tych ćmów, czy śmiew?
See that farm down in the valley?
I see it.
Some of the Inquisition's minions work down there. Novices, they call them. They're apprentices to the mages in the monastery. Talk to them. They'll help you get to Harbour Town. But watch you don't find yourself accidentally recruited. You get recruited, there'll be no welcome for you at the Don's camp.
Thanks. I can take it from here.
I'm sure you can. Good luck. See you around.
No spoko. Postaram się nie dać się zrekrutować im. Że wiem, że gdyby na przykład inkwizytorzy zaatakowali i mi pokonali, to oni mogliby mnie zwerbować od razu. Raczej po prostu zaciągnąć wbrew mojej woli. O, już na jedno uderzenie mamy wilka. O, fajnie. Już widać jakiś progres. Ten cały czas był tylko 3 ciosy. Dlatego sępa raczej też będziemy mieli na jedno uderzenie. Nie, to jest zwykły sęp. Tutaj musimy uważać troszkę. Chodź tu, chodź tu. Dobra. Już 2 zostały na niskim poziomie HP. Dobra, mamy nowy poziom. Dobra. Ty jesteś na jedno uderzenie i tylko ciebie dobić. No i dobra. Ale zostawiałem tyle samo punktów doświadczenia, co te wygłodniałe. Są że bardziej wytrzymałe. Tam za chwilę podejdziemy. Mamy kolejnego sępa. Atakuj, atakuj. Na szczęście tylko raz atakował. Mamy jakiegoś kapelusznika. I coś może znajdziemy w tych paszczach. Nic tu nie ma, ale tam już widzę ćmy. Na pewno by padałoby je ubić. Tutaj coś schowanego? Niestety nic. Z tej strony? Też nic. Liczyłem chociaż na jakieś rośliny. Ale niestety nic tutaj nie ma. No dobra. Podejdźmy do tej farmy. Chyba tak to można nazwać. Mamy też kurczaki. Mam nadzieję, że się nie obrazicie. Że ich wybiję. Trzeba sobie mięso uzupełnić. A propos mięsa właśnie. Moglibyśmy się trochę chociaż wyleczyć. Minimalnie. Tymi 4 możnymi łódkami. I trochę tą rybą. Nie, czy da się gdzieś zdobyć wędkę, żeby móc właśnie łowić te śledzie. Dobra. Tam już się rozglądałem. Mamy tak zboże. 1 na 10. A, czyli musimy zebrać tak czy siak zboże. Jak już tu jestem, to mogę je pozbierać. Później nie będziemy musieli tego robić. Przynajmniej dozbieram do 9 i poszukam kogoś, kto daje to zadanie. Żeby mieć pewność, że nie zrobiłem tego nadaremno. 8 i gdzieś tutaj powinno być właśnie 9. Kogoś mamy. Mamy Tomasa.
Are you crazy walking round here? What do you think will happen if the Inquisition catch you, eh?
Who's in charge here?
Brother Tristan. You can usually find him in front of the farmhouse. He's taken the farm over. He runs the place now.
I see. Are you gonna call them?
Hey, I won't give you away, but the warriors of the Order often come by here to check on things. So I'm just saying, you better be careful.
What do you do here?
I'm working in my field.
Your field?
Yeah. This one's mine and the other one on the other side of the path is Teller's. Of course, he's further along working his one. Always is. Don't know how he does it. He's already taken his whole harvest to the storehouse. But I'm afraid I won't be able to get my harvest in on time. I can't spot the ripe plants from the unripe. They all look the same to me.
Do you need help?
You serious? Well, I wouldn't say no.
And what kind of compensation would not saying no come with?
Well, I'm only a novice, so I don't have much. But if you harvest the plants and bring them to me, I'll give you a healing potion. How about that?
Deal. I'll bring you those ripe plants.
Great. Then I might actually be able to start my mage training before this place goes completely to the dogs. Just look out for the ripe ones in my field, all right? 10 should be enough. Bring them back here, all right?
Dobra, czyli u niego musimy to oddać. Już mamy 10. Wracajmy.
Here are your 10 ripe plants.
Thanks. Without you, I would have been in a whole world of trouble. The healing potion is yours.
How often do these warriors of the Order come up here?
The Inquisitor sends one once every couple of days. They like to keep a check on things. He picks up what we've harvested and the meat and takes it to the monastery, where they no doubt stuff their faces. If I were you, I'd hide when he shows up.
Thanks for the warning.
Pewnie z niej skorzystam. Raczej chyba nie mam szans z wojownikiem Inkwizycji. Dobra, tutaj było jakoś innego pole, żebym się tutaj rozejrzał. Przypadkiem nie ma czegoś do zebrania. A mamy chyba dojście już do miasta. Mamy jakieś ćmy. Mamy kolejne kurczaki. Mamy kogoś, kto się chyba świnkami opiekuje.
Watch your feet. There's grain growing here.
Too risky. Your grain is going to be picked up soon.
Says who? Oh, it'll be Thomas, am I right? He should try working instead of chatting with strangers. My field is twice the size of his, and it still only takes me half the time to cultivate it. He makes lazy people look busy, does Thomas.
Do you need any help here?
No thanks. I could have done with you a while ago, though. Thanks anyway.
No dobra. Tutaj mamy jeszcze 2 osoby. Tristan. Nie. Sprawdziłbym, czy mogę to zabrać. No oczywiście mogę. Więc ją skorzystam. Henson. Pali sobie skręta. Mamy łóżko. Mamy kufer. Odbędziłbym wszystko z niego. Perłowy naszyjnik. Mikstura, ser i wino, okej. Miksturę jak najbardziej wezmę. Tu chyba już nic nie ma. Dobra, to śpijmy się do rana, bo już się noc robi. Odnowimy przy tym zdrowie. Pogadamy z resztą. Może będą jakieś zadania dodatkowe. Też tutaj bym się rozejrzał. Przypadkiem czegoś nie ma. Dobra, mamy dzika. Więc się tam zajmę. Aj. Ej, ty mały dziku. Dziki są strasznie irytujące po tym, że łamią mi blok. Ale może z czasem się to zmieni.
Another tomb. A grave.
Pelusznik.
Another
Kolejny
grave.
nagrobek.
We all go back to the earth.
Tutaj coś jest, ale chyba nic z tym nie mogę zrobić. Chyba ich cmentarz. Tutaj też nic nie ma. Zresztą mamy łopatę, to moglibyśmy to wykopać. Ale nie będziemy już taką hieną cmentarną. Dobra, to zacznijmy pogawędki od Hensona.
Hey, how are things going here?
Not so well. Stuck in the middle of nowhere, a place where no one wants to be.
You're the happy-go-lucky, face life with a smile type, aren't you?
And you'd smile if a pack of hungry wolves was eating everything in sight. I used to have 6 pigs, and now look at what's left.
Hungry wolves. Just my thing.
It does you credit that you want to help me, but I have to warn you, Those beasts haven't been here for several days. I figure they must be starving by now, so they'll be really dangerous.
Any good news?
Well, they're wolves, so none of them have swords. If you aren't back in 2 days, I'll assume they put you on the menu.
Great. Where do the wolves come from?
There's a small cave over there, to the north of here. I haven't been there, but I'd be willing to bet that's where their lair is.
Już my je chyba wybijaliśmy.
Don't you have anyone who can protect you and your animals?
Yeah. The warriors of the Inquisition are more concerned with the gold from the temple ruins than with helping novices. We're on our own at best, at the mercy of the wolves at worst. Doesn't stop the Inquisition coming here demanding their tribute. I don't want to complain. I chose this myself. But sometimes it's exasperating.
You're being exploited by the warriors of the Order.
Well, you can't really say that. The mages bow to the law of the Inquisitor. You know, we all share the same religion, but the mages have urged us novices to stay neutral. That's why I don't have to worry about the Don's men. They know we won't do anything to them.
Dobra. Zanim się tam udamy. Jeszcze z nim pogadamy. Stanem.
Welcome, stranger. What's brought you to our troubled isle?
The tide. I'm a shipwreck survivor.
Well, it's a strange kind of luck that's washed you onto these shores. But I must warn you, you cannot wander freely around here. I don't mind, but the warriors of the Order are less forgiving.
Who are you?
My name is Tristan, a novice of magic. I'm looking after this place, on the orders of the Convocation of Mages.
What is this place?
Just a simple farm. It's under the control of the Inquisition now. We cultivate the land and take care of the animals. Our work ensures the well-being of the Order and Inquisitor Mendoza's men.
You mentioned the Convocation. What do the mages have to do with the Inquisition?
The Convocation of Mages has long had their seat here in the monastery, at the foot of the great volcano. It was a place of study and faith before the dark wave covered the land and those temple ruins had risen from the ground. And now the Inquisitor is here seeking to push back that darkness. We're very lucky he found us in our hour of need. Now the monastery not only serves as the mage's home, but also as a training camp for recruits of the Inquisition.
I see. What do you think I should do next?
Well, I wouldn't recommend you wander around alone. Quickest way to the next life. Perhaps you would be best advised to let the warriors of the Order train you as a recruit. Training with the fighting staff and the basics of magic could be just the thing for you. If you're not a fighter, there are merchants in the town might have use of you. Just make sure you don't get taken in by the outlaws the Don commands. Or is it that you are interested in the higher magic that we novices pursue? That would mean finding a way to the monastery without being arrested by the Inquisitor's men. You may find someone in the town who would help you do that. The choice is yours. In any case, you will find members of each group in Harbour Town. They can tell you more. So, if I were you, I would make that my first stop.
How do you get into Harbour Town?
The law of the Inquisitor says that no one is allowed to be outside of the town without permission. The main gate of the town is currently being guarded by warriors of the Order. You can't just stroll in.
You novices must know other ways to get inside the town.
Well, yes. There is a way, but it's not easy to reach. Harbour Town has a rear entrance up to the north. As far as I know, that is guarded only by the old town guards. You could try your luck persuading them to let you in.
Do you trade here on the farm?
Trade? With who? Other than Esteban's bandits, there's nobody out here.
What about me? Will you trade with me?
I don't have much to offer, but you're welcome to look.
I'm looking for work.
Well, there is more than enough to do on our farm. Go to my brothers and let them assign you a task. We do not have much, but we still value honest work.
Dobra, co masz ciekawego?
Let's trade.
Więc niezbyt wiele. No dobra. Ale nie chciałem z nim gadać odnośnie powrotu do miasta, czyli drogi do miasta. Ponieważ chcę się udać to miejsce, gdzie były niby te wilki. Może pojawiły się jakieś nowe. To mówi o północy. Koło wejścia do jaskini. My przecież stamtąd wyszliśmy wtedy. Możliwe, że się jakieś nowe pojawiły. Warto mieć broń w gotowości. Szukać też pozbierać jakieś rośliny. Nic. 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 Nawet możemy iść do góry. Może jakiś się gdzieś tu ostał. Nie no, wszystkie są wybite. To trochę dla mnie dziwne. Może jakieś inne jaskini mówił? Tak to więcej nic tu nie ma. Muzyczka się włączyła, aby jakiś wróg tu był. Dobra, tutaj nic nie ma. Szukamy tam dalej. Też może bardziej chodziło właśnie tamtą stronę? Mapą trochę pochodzimy. Nie no, północną bramę, czyli tutaj. Tu się jeszcze rozejrzę, bo są jakieś góry. Tu jest jakaś jaskinia, której nie zauważyłem po prostu przedtem. Nie, tutaj nic nie ma. Dziwne. No to może powróćmy do niego. Powiedzmy mu, że jednak to załatwiliśmy. Chyba, że... A, tutaj jest. Dobra, to może ja bym się wyleczył na szybko. Może wilki tam na jedno uderzenie to wciąż są groźne. A to jednak nie. Dobra, czyli jest ich 5. Coś mamy? Mały diament. Okej. Mamy kufer też. Jakieś rzeczy się fajne trafią. Błoto, piwo. Mikstura na manę. Teraz będzie na sprzedaż. Tutaj mamy ognisty korzeń. Widzę, że wiele nazw jest podobnych do tych z Gothica. Widzę, że twórcy Gothica inspirowali się przede wszystkim Gothiciem. Tworząc Rizana. Teraz atakujcie jeszcze raz i leci moja kontra. Teraz moja kolej. Dobra. Ale tak czuję, że mniej mi trochę zadają obrażeń niż przedtem. Dobra, zostały jeszcze 2 do znalezienia. Mam nadzieję, że poza głodnymi wilkami niczego strasznego tutaj nie znajdę. I się przekonamy, jak myśli już głębiej. Strzelmy go z kuszy. Uda się jeszcze jeden cios. No, jeden strzał. Udało się na szczęście. Dobra. Aj, za wcześnie blok puściłem. I znowu to samo. I nie trafiłem też trzecim atakiem. Ale na szczęście udało się je pokonać. Bez większych obrażeń przyjętych. Że ta jaskinia prowadzi dalej. Chęcią się po niej rozejrzę. Rudy żelaza. Spoko. Jeszcze maczugę. Wszystko ładnie pójdzie na sprzedaż. Mamy kolejną odnogę. Na razie zbadałbym to. Gdzie my tutaj wyjdziemy. A, czyli tędy udamy się na tego drugiego chyba wyjścia. Tego przejścia do miasta. Tamto główne pilnują wojownicy Inkwizycji, więc raczej tamtędy nie przejdziemy. A tutaj co mamy? Mam nadzieję, że nie gula albo coś tym podobnego. Niestety nic tutaj nie ma poza rośliną many. Dobra, to możemy się cofnąć. Tamtą drogę oczywiście zbadamy, ale to dopiero później. Na razie wróćmy. Zbierzmy nagrodę. Pewnie znowu 20 zł albo coś w tym stylu. Ile już w ogóle mam? 240. Coś tutaj nas czeka.
Hey you! I have to warn you. There is a warrior of the order on the farm.
So?
So, you aren't actually allowed to be here. If he sees you, he'll have you taken to the monastery.
So what do you suggest?
We'll have to wait here until he leaves. Follow me, keep quiet, and you can hide in our storehouse. There's a bed there. Get some rest. The warrior will be gone in a couple of hours. Understand?
Right. Well, I suppose I'll have to trust you.
Great. Let's go. And make sure he doesn't see you.
Zresztą ja bym się z nim tak czy jak zmierzył. Czysto z ciekawości, czy dam w ogóle mu radę. To jesteś chyba ty, kolego. A, ja mu w ogóle obrażeń nie robię. Dobra. Więc nie ma sensu z nim walczyć. Więc się właśnie poskradać tutaj. Mam jajko. Oko. On się teraz tam rozgląda. Udajmy się tutaj. Odpoczniemy i oddamy zadania, aż jak on sobie pójdzie. Niefortunnie, że akurat teraz przyszedł. Ale przy okazji zregenerujemy zdrowie. Nie ma tego złego, co by na dobre nie wyszło.
All clear. The warrior's gone. It was a good job I saw you first, or you'd be on your way to the monastery. I'd say you got lucky there.
Those wolves are dead.
You killed them? That's a relief. I can finally sleep peacefully again. Here, take this as thanks. I could never have done that alone. I hope you'll find your way, my friend.
I hope so too.
Farewell, and thanks.
Dobra. I tutaj mamy wszystko zadanie zrobione. W razie drogą do miasta zajmiemy się w kolejnym odcinku. W tym odcinku to było na tyle. Ja wam serdecznie dziękuję za obejrzenie. Jeśli odcinek się spodobał, zostaw kciuka w górę oraz komentarz. Otrzymaj w kolejnych materiałach. Cześć!